Do you guys have snacks? I'm just kidding.
Do you see my guns?
I'm kidding.
Oh,
I forgot mine. No.
Shake it.
I like how we go into our episodes just raw dogging it,
Absolutely raw dog.
but we don't know ball. Welcome back, Shakers.
Welcome back.
Oh, is that like your new theme song? I think you did that last week.
Oh, well, shit. My bad.
It's okay. I like it.
We should make that our song.
Yeah. Welcome back.
That wasn't convincing at all.
Well, I remember at our trivia party, someone asked you to like sing our actual song, like the song Poda made us. Like that's at the intro of these episodes, and you're like, shake it, because it's not really a song you can.
Yeah,
like,
that's not like a jingle that you sing. Like, that's like
it's like a rap.
computers
and, like,
make that.
beats, and you're like, shake it,
Shaking up the game. Okay, ew, no. Yeah, that's not like a jingle that you just sing along to.
Well, I'm scared to look at my phone today because these haters.
Haters are our motivators.
Oh my God.
No, it's crazy.
I don't have thick skin, so this isn't the what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. Let's just hope we don't go too viral.
No, I don't know if I'm built for fame.
I don't know.
Because so far, Aria and I have been called ugly a few times. Well, I guess
Actually, no, not even. What it's some GZ or
no,
Gen Z word.
I was going to say, as the kids say, chuz. Apparently, we're ugly,
What the fuck that means. Like,
and so unintelligent. And
Zero
we
ball
have
knowledge.
zero right to be speaking on sports.
I know. Sorry, I'm a woman.
Yeah, because
This is like the exact reason though, like why we started this podcast was
Yeah.
because we are women. We do know sports, but we also it's a comedy sports podcast. Like we make it fun and funny,
right.
and to piss off the men.
No, and it's working.
And
it's
is absolutely
obviously
working.
working because people are coming for our necks.
Yeah, we have ball knowledge police in our fucking comments, which they exist. Yeah, apparently.
We have police on us.
Police, the policia. So yeah, but haters are our motivators. So
Yeah,
pish posh.
you're right.
Pish posh.
Anyone that hates us doesn't know us.
Facts.
Well, I know. On that note, if any of our haters want to come to our next event,
It will be
on April 24th.
It's a Thursday afternoon / evening. We will be doing an NFL draft watch party,
Yes.
but also playing bingo, which will be super fun. We're
Yep.
gonna make it very fun and funny. Obviously NFL draft themed. And some other fun games intertwined, mixed in, raffles and prizes to win.
Yep.
Maybe some Seahawks tickets. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to give away too much because I don't need, like, my haters to come and
No.
win those.
No, prizes are not.
No, they're subject to
Yeah.
the recipients.
Yeah. We do a full
Background check.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
if you have one of these burner accounts and live in your
From
mom's,
basement, couch GM,
oh
get
my
off
God,
my face.
The
Get out of here,
computer warriors.
dude.
You're right. I'm not bothered.
So-
I'm not.
Starts crying. No, I'm like, haters are my motivators.
I'm like at home.
They
Like,
motivate me.
I'm a Cancer. I'm like hella emotional. Like, I am not built for this.
Yeah, I'm a Scorpio. I can't really quite say the
Oh my
same.
God. Okay, well, anyways, on the note of NFL draft party and football, let's spit out a few hot takes for football before we move on.
Yeah,
Just because,
yeah.
you know, it's Tuesday, breaking news that Russell Wilson
Giants country. Let's ride.
signed a 1-year, $21 million deal, 10.5 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
Are we shocked that no one is willing to give Russ more than a 1-year contract?
No.
Okay.
I have a couple things to say.
Oh,
One,
Oh, she is ready to
His-
talk.
I don't want to necessarily say downfall, but whatever this is that we're on right now needs to be studied.
What, this like 1 year, like
Well, like, you were a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You were a franchise quarterback for a competing team for so long. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, just downhill we go. Like, it needs to be studied.
I love it when you want to step. Everybody want to step.
That's what he does in the locker room. And he's like, and then I'm out. And then I'm out.
The timing is just like is not lost on me.
Oh, no. Second thing I'd like to point out.
okay.
Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson in the same locker room. Pure comedy.
Comedy.
What I would do to see their pregame speeches in the locker
Oh my
rooms
God.
and in the huddles.
It's like the corniest
So,
quarterback
like,
duo.
they're both so religious, but also, like, Jameis Winston's funny. He's like a cartoon character.
Russ is like nerdy, not funny.
Yeah. So, like, the duo of those two, like, we need to see those. And I'm pissed
Yeah.
that the Giants will probably never be on Hard Knocks ever again because
they got Hard
obviously-
Knocks canceled.
Yeah, they refused to show their face ever again after that Saquon Barkley trade debacle. They embarrassed themselves, so they're like, we're never doing that again. So
No.
unfortunately,
No.
I don't think we'll see him on Hard Knocks, which
No,
would have been
we
perfect.
definitely will not. Ah.
yeah. That's
I just the
comical
Giants again,
duo.
like. I mean, I guess like you're playing to win 1 year because it's a 1 year deal. But
I
like,
don't know though. It kind of seems like they're gonna get probably gonna get Shador or Travis Hunter. Like
yeah. So we just have like 2. Okay, but also
I don't know.
to add to your bones there.
Oh,
That we're picking. ESPN is like so dramatic. You're so dramatic, ESPN. Like when you post the breaking news post, it's like veteran and Super Bowl winning quarterback.
When I got
I'm like,
yeah,
that was 11 years ago.
no, when I got the ESPN notification on my phone, I like see it and it
Didn't
says,
read that.
yeah, NFL Super Bowl winning quarterback, and I'm like, whoa, and it's like Russell Wilson
was like,
signs with, and I'm like,
Patrick Mahomes?
cool the fucking Jets.
No, like literally it was in 2013.
cool the Jets. Like
I need to relax. Stephon Diggs, wide receiver, just signed with the New England Patriots.
3-year deal, right?
3 year, $69 million,
Oh, freaky.
which makes sense for him. But like 26 guaranteed.
Okay. I mean, the Patriots were like in the market for a veteran wide receiver.
Who's
so.
their quarterback?
Drake May.
Oh yeah, okay. That's what I thought. But I was like,
You don't know like
No,
the Drake
no,
May.
I like knew Drake May was their quarterback, but I just figured that had to be their backup.
No. I mean, he was like all right last year. Like, there's potential.
Final football rumblings. Well, there's 2. Potential trade for Kenneth Walker, Seahawks running back, to go to Raiders. That's just been like quiet, some drama going on. You know, obviously because Pete Carroll is trying to poach everybody.
Dude, the Las Vegas Seahawks, they're being weird.
That's weird. But number 2, obviously we released Tyler Lockett, wide receiver. He's been discussing with other teams. Nothing has really come of that, but there has been reports that the door may still be open to make a return to the Seattle Seahawks.
Which I will bust that door open for him if needed.
No. Okay. Sounds impossible, but we did just see it happen with the San Francisco 49ers. They released Kyle Juszczyk, which we literally talked about on here, and then they re-signed him. So it's kind of like a bait and switch type of thing.
Yeah.
The Seahawks are baiting and switching, and they literally released Tyler Lockett, got DK the fuck out of here.
Oh, I want to be petty so bad. So DK Metcalf quite literally said that he heard that Tyler Lockett wasn't going to be here, and he was upset about how the Seahawks were doing him. And DK was like, fuck this. Like, I'm out of here. If, like, if Tyler's out of here, I'm out of here. Like, how dare them do that to my bro? So, okay, we released Tyler Lockett. DK gets a trade to good old Pittsburgh. And let's bring Tyler Lockett back.
John Schneider.
Please be petty. Please.
Please do it. Because let me
Please.
just say this. One, do I think that Tyler Lockett leaving impacted DK wanting to leave? Obviously. But, like, to say that
Yeah.
is, like, I mean, bro.
He's been wanting out for the last like 2-3
Bro,
years.
you hate being here. We
Yeah.
weren't going to pay you $50 million because we have eyes and we watched you the last 6 seasons.
Yeah.
And obviously the Pittsburgh Steelers did not.
No.
They didn't have your film, I guess. I don't really know what was going on there. But, like, you're going to go. You haven't said a peep,
No.
like, to the media. You've said loads with your eyes and your attitudes on the sideline.
Yeah.
You haven't said anything of importance, really, to media or on interviews or on things like this for, like, 3 years.
Mm-mm.
You wait until you get traded and sign $50 million deal with the Steelers to go on Get Got podcasts with 2
Former
former Seahawks
Seattle Seahawks legends.
to essentially talk shit about
Yeah.
the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Crazy work.
Honestly, very on brand. I would expect nothing less.
No, I was like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, every single time I see a clip, I'm like, yep,
No,
no shock, not shocked, nope.
I'm glad that I hope this is just like proving the point for people that are like really upset about it. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
to go on a podcast at any means and say that the grass is greener when you haven't even like practiced for your
Like
new
we
team.
said last week, I mean, I would just maybe wait until like week 3-4 to start talking your shit.
No, like
We haven't even had
Caleb Williams learned.
Yeah, we haven't even
You don't
done
have a
single
quarterback.
practice. And it's looking like it's going to be Aaron Rodgers.
Do you think he was upset today, like with his little buddy that went to the Giants and he thought maybe there's a chance the Steelers would re-sign him?
No, he's literally like looking at his agent and everyone around him being like,
You all lied to me. You all lied.
Did we read something wrong? Like Big Apple versus Pittsburgh? Like,
No,
is somebody
literally.
dyslexic up in this bitch? How
Yeah.
did we end up in Pitt? I'm supposed to be in New York with my baby boy Russell Wilson.
My bestie.
All I know is that locker room in New York, comical, and the locker room in Pittsburgh with DK
Yeah.
Metcalf, George Pickens, and potentially Aaron Rodgers.
Absolute menaces.
I'm sitting here with a bag of popcorn.
Yeah, same.
It's comical. And if people want to be like, well, the Seahawks aren't going to win shit, we're having fun.
No, I'm vibing.
I'm vibing.
We've signed another wide receiver today. We signed
A
the
tight end.
other, a tight end who also wore a flannel to his first media day. Because if you get signed
Welcome to
by the
Seattle.
Seahawks and you show up to your first
I
day,
wonder if they,
you
like,
better be in a flannel.
I wonder if they have like flannels in like a closet, like at the VMAC or whatever, and they're like, "Hey,
so if you
like,
show up
welcome
in
to
your
Seattle."
outfit is like just not
Yeah.
vibing with
And they're
media,
like,
we're like,
"Don't worry, here, come right this way."
you know
and they
what you're
open it-
missing.
They open a closet and it's just a shit ton of flannels.
Uh-huh. And they're like talking to their agent. They're like, where should you live? And you're like, Ballard. Which don't live in Ballard. Why does no one ever talk about that Ballard is in Timbuktu?
Dude, it's so hard to get to.
It's so hard. And people will be like, oh, like, well, we're just going to go from like downtown Seattle to Ballard. That's another 30 minutes.
I was telling my boyfriend this because, bless his soul, he's not from Seattle.
Yeah.
And
Which we love.
No, we love.
No.
This is my city.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But, and he like had mentioned Ballard and I was like, absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. Like, and he's like, but
No.
it's just in Seattle. I'm like, it's not though.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not though. Like,
It's not.
and I'm telling you because I did my time
Mhm.
going out in Ballard.
Yeah, no, same.
I did my time.
I've done it.
And there ain't no just a quick little bop up to Ballard.
No.
That is a whole ass another city.
Or it's not like, oh, let me stop in Ballard on my way.
No.
No,
It's
that's
not
out
a
of the
pit
way.
stop.
No.
It's not on the way to anything. It's just out there. No
Mm-hmm.
disrespect to Ballard, but
Yeah, kind of though. Last last hot take before we get into Major League Baseball. I have to do this. It's
What?
disrespectful if I don't talk about this.
what?
Softball.
Oh, I don't know why I was scared for a second.
Oh, no. But there was a NCAA softball record broke this week. Tennessee pitcher threw the fastest pitch that's ever been recorded in NCAA history at 78.2 miles per hour.
Okay, so what is that in Major League Baseball pitching terms?
Basically, I don't need like the haters coming for me, the science isn't perfect. It's not like a 1-to-1 ratio,
No, it's
right?
like apples to pears or whatever.
Basically, let's say it's equivalent to a baseball pitch being 105 to 110.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, girl. Go
She's
off.
throwing absolute gas. I watched the replay and I was like, yeah, no shot I was hitting that. No. And the girl didn't hit it either, obviously.
Yeah,
She stood there
no
and
way.
stared at it. Like, what just happened?
Holy shit.
So, softball in NCAA pitches from 43 feet distance.
Okay.
Pitcher to the plate. So, that's 78 miles an hour at 43 feet. Baseball is like 60.6 or something in the majors. And so, that's why it's not a perfect ratio of
Right.
like a...
But still.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Jesus
broke a record.
Christ.
And fun fact also.
I just hold on.
Uh-huh.
Because you pitch, you do this.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
swing your arm
Yeah.
around.
So, what's crazy about that also that you say
That wind-up's insane.
is, so that 43 feet, which is actually from the white pitching mound to the plate, gets shorter by the time you're doing all that thing. Your leg is outstretched. So you're probably
you're,
looking
basically
at
doing a whole ass,
42, 41.5.
Cartwheel and a whole bunch of acrobatics.
Okay, well,
before
let's not go as far as cartwheel, but
No, they do the whole ass windmill. They winding that shit up.
you'll see in the best teams, pitchers are usually really tall, pretty strong.
Yeah.
Because they have a longer wingspan, so they're again, that's just closing the gap. You're screwed as a hitter.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolute savage.
Damn, what school? Tennessee?
Tennessee. And fun fact, Tennessee baseball pitcher broke the record for fastest baseball pitch in college at
What the hell's-
105.5. I'm like,
What's
who-
going on in Tennessee?
Dude, I don't know, but the strength coach is in there
No, literally.
no, that strength coach is it's all me.
That's only 10 I see.
No. Tennessee's pretty good at everything.
That's annoying.
Both of their basketball teams are in the
Yeah.
finals.
They also make whiskey down there. What else do they do?
Sing good country.
Yeah.
I should
We've
go
been
to-
to Nashville.
I want to go to a country concert there.
We'll have people know.
Okay, also, before I slide right by college softball, if you're not
Nice.
watching, oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, I
but
thought you did on purpose.
That's fucking slick. She's a podcaster.
Safe. Sorry.
Out.
Strike one.
If you haven't watched, you gotta tune in to college softball, and if you don't tune in now, tune in to the World Series, because the World Series, College World Series, ends up being the most watched sporting event.
I've watched it.
Okay.
One of them because you made me, and the second time voluntarily.
Okay. Will you voluntarily go to a Seattle U softball game with me?
Sure.
Yeah, they're
Why
free,
not? Oh, well, what's my excuse?
and they're
then?
on a 12-game winning streak.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah, smacking Utah State. They just smacked Creighton 3 times.
I will say, if anyone hates silence, put on a softball game
Yep.
on the TV, and there won't be an inch of silence.
To that point, all jokes aside, I guess, but a lot of people's complaint with the sport of baseball that it's too slow.
And boring and quiet.
Softball is vastly different in that
Quite
realm
literally the
because it's a
opposite.
lot shorter of a game. The bases are shorter. As we said, the pitching is shorter, so it's just a lot faster,
Which we appreciate.
which people love.
Yeah.
That's why when it's on for World Series, people are like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I feel like I actually do remember thinking, how quick the games went.
It is. It's so fast.
Yeah.
And just the game, everything's it's not
Yeah.
these long fly balls and it's very fast.
Yeah.
They had multiple games last year on ABC, which was a first time in history.
That's probably why I watched it, I guess, then.
Yeah. Anywho, we'll
Wait,
go to a
when
game.
is that? When's
That's
World
not
Series?
for in
Wow.
June, I think.
Oh.
Or May.
They're
They're in conference play right now for sure.
Okay. Is Oklahoma still big
Yeah,
dog?
they just got beat by the first broke their 50-game winning streak or some shit.
Good God.
No,
have it
it's
and Slice
unfair.
of humble pie. That's still
No.
not fair.
It's kind of sick. MLB baby. when this episode comes out, it will be Major League Baseball opening day.
We made it!
28 out of the 30 MLB teams will be playing on opening day on Thursday.
Take me out to the ball game. That's all I got for you.
Okay.
For free?
Are you excited?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, same. We've kind of talked a lot about, well, just keeping you updated on what's going on in spring training, as much as we can, at least. And God only knows what's going to happen in season. But power rankings came out for the teams.
Yeah.
Dodgers are ranked number 1 and favored to
What?
repeat.
No way.
Yeah. Shocking.
Okay, but we need to talk about Mookie Betts.
We need to talk about Mookie Betts.
What's going on?
I'm concerned.
No, I'm concerned.
Okay, Mookie Betts, Dodgers star, has been out sick. Like, they just went to Japan and played a few games and then had a few preseasons, and he's not playing any of them. He's lost 25 pounds.
He's been, like, violently ill for, like, over 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
He cannot hold food down. He has gone to the doctors, obviously, and, like, gotten blood work and vitals. Everything came back clear. Doctors have no idea what's going on. Like, he's just continuously losing weight, which...
He only weighs 150 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But
First of all, how do I make this happen before
what
my
sickness?
Italy trip? Where do I buy this sickness? Just real quick.
Okay. Well, this is where I was also thinking, because I definitely had, like, neurovirus or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. This is dumb. But, like, that doesn't come back in your blood work, does it?
I ain't got a damn clue.
Well, I only say that in the sense of, like, I mean, when the neurovirus, like, when people have had it, it's like there's nothing you can, like, take for it. Like, it's just like, oh, you just, like, let it run its course.
Your body just has to fight it off.
Yeah, so maybe I guess it would come up, and it's just, like, it's all in due time. But also, 2.5 weeks is crazy.
I mean, like,
neurovirus is only supposed to last, like, a couple days.
Yeah, and not being able to hold down food for that long, like,
No, your body's gonna shut down.
Fighting for life.
Well, and that's why he
scary.
was like, I just want to be out there. And I'm like, bro, you can't play.
Wait, what are we doing? Catch a fly ball then yakking? Like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. That's scary.
No,
and
it's really
concerning.
scary.
I like Mookie Betts.
No, I
Wish he
like
didn't play
Mookie
for the
Betts.
Dodgers,
And this
but-
shit scares me because did you hear about Brett Gardner, the old, like, Yankees player?
Mm-mm.
Is he a Yankees player? God, now I'm, like, so scared to get anything wrong on this show because people just want to, like, it's not my team, okay? This is not a laughing matter, though.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. He's, like, retired. Brett Gardner. You would know him if you saw him. I'll
The
show you a
name
picture
sounds
of
really
him.
familiar.
Yeah, I think he, like, used to, like, rake for the Yankees. But him and his family were just on vacation, and their 14-year-old son passed away.
Just out of the blue?
Well, and what they posted initially of, like, a statement, it was very, like, no details, but it was an undisclosed sickness from wherever they were at. And at first they didn't leak, like, where they were, and they're in Costa Rica. But apparently him and, like, multiple family members got sickness, which just made me think of this Mookie situation, too. But the cause is, like, still unknown. They said there's, like, they don't have any answers, and
What?
yeah.
Oh, that's scary. That's super sad.
Yeah, no. Oh, there's updates about 2 hours ago.
About Mookie Betts?
No, Gardner, but yes, he's an ex-Yankee. Phew. But yeah, horrible for their family. Like, I feel so bad. But it's, like,
That's
weird.
super-
It's, like,
it's-
weird that these
Yeah.
totally different situations, but, like, obviously one made me think of the other because it's,
Totally.
like, big news right now because literally their family is like, we don't know.
My God, that's like my worst nightmare.
I know.
Like, not
So
even
yeah,
having
and
a
I really
reason.
like Mookie, so that's.
No, I know.
I hope he's okay. Obviously,
too.
health first. Like, there's 162 games.
I really hope that he's also going to like other doctors and not just like team doctors.
No, me too.
I don't know how that process works, so. But
To run down the top 5 power rankings.
Yeah.
They have, this is ESPN, Atlanta at 2, Braves, who are favorited to, like, be the closest team to beat the Dodgers. Phillies at 3, New York Mets at 4, and Diamondbacks at 5.
I like when they put some respect on the D-backs.
Yeah, fun. I like put someone else in there. But
Yeah.
again, I think power rankings in baseball is like the most like
No, it's so goofy to me.
there's 162 games.
It's so goofy to me.
and like a plethora of possible injuries to
Yeah.
come. Like,
Like-
I mean, you have no clue. What's about to
baseball
happen.
is similar to like March Madness in the way of like, I mean, you could think that like these teams are that great, yada yada yada, but like ranking them from the beginning with baseball with
Yeah.
that many games and so many variables is like
No, you have no idea.
Mariners are at number 12.
Yeah, I bet you're wondering. I mean, golly,
It
that's
ain't
pretty
last.
high.
It ain't
That's
last.
pretty high.
Not mad about it.
No. And I think what has saved the Mariners' power ranking is their pitching staff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other Mariners news.
Yep.
As of today, Tuesday, we extended
Yes.
Cal Raleigh. Big dumper. Not sure contract or
6-year.
6-year extension. No money has been mentioned.
Is this like the first catcher we've like signed a deal for since like
Dan Wilson?
Dan Wilson?
Probably.
That's probably why. That's probably why this happened.
Yeah, honestly.
Because Dan Wilson's the coach now.
Yeah.
And he's putting some
Probably.
respect on, because I know when I was in college, when I started at CLU and they're not a fully funded sport, the pitchers and the catchers get the money.
Yeah.
They get the most money. The pitchers and catchers would have full rides, and then the other, like, say 10 scholarships had to be divvied them out amongst other players.
I mean, if you're squatting for that long,
Bro.
I could never.
Bro.
Is that how you got your ass?
Yes. When people say that, I was like, I was squatting for 2 hours a day.
No, I'm so mad at my parents. They didn't put me in softball.
I was like, I'm not sitting on a bucket.
No, that's
You know.
insane work.
Yeah.
I mean, because we all know Cal Raleigh's got a
That's why
big dumpy.
catchers have like big quads and like butts.
Yeah.
Because you're quite
and
literally.
booties.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the booties.
Yeah.
Ain't
Okay.
Nobody care about them quads.
No, I said quad and butt.
I know.
The Mariners pitching staff, we just have to remind everyone. So, because on this note, they're obviously saved our ranking and should be next in this like extension payment.
Yeah, hopefully we sign
Specifically, Logan Gilbert. Anyways, the starting rotation led the majors last year in ERA, WHIP. Remember, we looked up WHIP last year. Opponent batting average and opponent OPS. And I just was a little upset with ESPN because they wrote that and then they said, and the club still managed to fall short of the playoffs. I said,
Like, that's so unnecessary. Like, we know. Everyone knows.
well, what is crazy though is like, so based on that, they're quite literally like, hey, Mariners offense, you sucked that bad. Because if your pitching staff is leading the majors and like everything,
you should at least make the playoffs.
you just have to be mediocre at hitting.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to be good at hitting.
No.
Just like not horrible.
We couldn't hit a ball if the pitcher walked it to them
No.
to the home plate.
No, we couldn't have hit it if they put it on a tee.
No. Quite
Or we're
literally
doing
not.
coach pitch.
No, there's no way. Like, what was that? That shit better not happen again this year.
No, they described the Mariners offense as putrid.
Oh my god! I don't even know when the last time I've heard that word.
No,
Putrid?
It's like shit, right?
Yeah, like stinky, right?
They said,
Smelly?
how would the team not have made the playoffs? Well, their offense was putrid.
Putrid, musty Mariners. Fuck, what? That is insane work.
You know, I'm not gonna lie.
Who's the author of that?
I was reading a lot too, like different articles, and like they were putting some heat on Julio, being like, he had great numbers at the beginning of the season, as we know. Then All-Star break hit, and it just went downhill. But like when you are now that guy,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to put this kind of pressure on him. Well, I didn't want to,
Well-
but the Mariners did.
Well, we weren't the ones who did that contract.
You didn't need to do that contract. You didn't need to put the weight of Seattle on this kid's shoulders.
Yeah.
And then because now that's what's happening is when people look at the offense, they're like, oh, the offense cool, but like Julio,
Exactly.
and Julio has to be great. And if you're not great, but now I'm kind of like, yeah, we paid you, so like,
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
Well, it would be different if we were also paying other people,
Yeah,
but
no.
we're not.
No, the eggs
So
are
it's-
in that.
Exactly. So it's like, well, shit, like, it is on you.
The balls are all in his bucket.
Quite literally.
Okay? The balls are in his bucket.
I saw their batting averages over spring training, and I'm not mad about it.
No.
Obviously, spring training is just so hard to like judge off of because it's just, I mean, pitchers aren't going all out. It's not real baseball.
There's a full off season with Edgar Martinez as like a hitting coach full time.
I do like though that we have Edgar Martinez and Dan
Mm-hmm.
Wilson like officially like,
last
starting the season.
Yeah, like the last successful Mariners team,
Yes.
2001.
Well, because remember last year when we did actually fire Service, which
Yep.
I still can't believe
Yep.
they actually did that. And we did have Edgar Martinez and all them like filling in. And we like started to do good and hit better. And it was like, well, a little too late now.
Yeah, well, when we fired Scott Service, was the day after the Mariners capped off being ranked 27th in runs scored and 28th in OPS and compiling the most strikeouts in the majors through August 21st. And then August 22nd, he was fired.
That's putrid.
That's putrid.
That's putrid.
Like,
That's abysmal.
so I think too, like to have a whole off season where you're talking like plate appearance, because
yeah.
let me just
I mean, it made a difference at the
you
end of
will
last year.
exactly, and you guys, I don't even care if we're batting 450 because that's not gonna happen. Like I'll take a 280, but
$2.95.
I know. I mean, well,
$2.95.
with a couple people over 3, please. We have never seen it.
I need a $3.20.
No, well,
I
Julio,
need-
but
need.
can we just have some like plan at the plate?
Exactly.
So I hope that's what's being discussed.
Because we clearly did not.
never. We never did situational hitting.
No, and God forbid if we tried bunting.
No, if you're up there with a runner on second and you're trying to pull the inside pitch and hit it to third base, I'm like,
Let's do a pop fly.
who? No, who? You're hitting the outside pitch to right field, bro. Like
no,
I'm just
doing
like,
a pop fly.
or bunting. Did you remember when we were talking about this? Because in spring training, like Julio's practicing bunting, and like
Yeah.
some Mariners account or whatever like posted it. It was like, oh, LOL. Like why are they even? I said no. They should be practicing.
We need to practice bunting. Why? That's still a very useful hit in baseball.
Well, yeah, because instead of your pop fly, maybe you can bunt the runner over.
Exactly. At least get some movement out there.
No, we love to waste an at bat.
We love wasting at bats.
we
Oh my God,
don't.
my blood is boiling. Am I ready for this season?
No, but we're being optimistic because we're like,
You're right.
maybe this, new coaching staff starting the season, they've been with them all off season. We really just get our minds right. Hopefully we got a new psychologist in there too. Because those are a thing in baseball because the shit is mentally taxing.
Totally.
No, even
Imagine being a pitcher.
no one talks about this enough because if you're a 300 hitter, which means you're like nice,
Yeah.
you're failing 7 out of 10 times.
No. I know.
Which, like, so you have to tell yourself.
I would give up so quick.
Oh,
I would give up so
the
quick.
mental tax on that's what's always been fascinating to me, that they play so many games because it is tough.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's why, like, probably us as well when we're watching, like, when hitters get on, like, a hot streak, it's probably, like, it feels like the clouds are clear.
Oh.
You can see
Oh,
the sun, like,
well, when
oh
you're a
my
hitter
God,
too,
out
it's
of the
because
weeds.
the ball looks like a beach ball at that point, But when you're in a
Yes.
slump, that thing looks like a blueberry. Like that thing. That looks like a
and they're
marble.
fucking swinging like
That
it is
looks
a
like a marble out there.
blueberry. Pitcher's like, hey, try and get this.
Well,
Oh, that's funny.
all 5 members of the Seattle rotation rank among the top 21 AL Cy Young candidates. And Logan Gilbert tied for 4th.
Okay.
But you know who they're most optimistic about this year? Old Brian Wu.
Okay.
That's who like ESPN's like. We know Logan Gilbert. We know Bryce
Bryce
Miller,
Miller,
but
yeah.
like.
Okay.
Woo me over.
Woo me up. Let's play ball, baby.
No, and we better have that ambidextrous picture in there just for the vibes.
Oh, totally.
It's turning out to be pretty damn cool.
Wait, I also want that other guy from the other team.
Oh, I need my pictures doing front flips.
I mean,
that's too good.
Well, we're gonna, feel the season out, and if like
Mm-hmm.
we're just absolute poo poo
Yeah.
by June, I'm calling that picture myself and be like,
Okay.
we need entertainment.
Well, Ari, the MLB career might still be in your future. Because did you see the Yankees? Which
Was it ever in my future?
we don't really like the Yankees, but like they've been changing their
But
vibes.
I do fuck with some pinstripes.
Well, no, we love pinstripes. But the Yankees have been changing their vibes. Like we're allowing facial hair. Did you
Are
just
they
see
allowing girls now?
Yeah, no girls. No, Uber drivers.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see that.
Yeah, no.
So is that the new pipeline?
Ari's not an Uber driver, but I just meant entrepreneur.
I mean, I will drive Ubs.
I mean, he's an entrepreneur,
No, yeah.
which so are you.
I might fuck around and catch some balls
Dude,
for the
you would
nerves.
be the most fun Uber driver. You would be that Uber driver that like has the karaoke in their car.
Oh, 100%.
You'd be
They'd be
doing-
like, this is our destination. Let's go around the block again. I
No,
haven't
you'd be
finished my
like-
story.
Who did the Seahawks play against in the 2013 World Super Bowl? They're like, ma'am, I don't want to do trivia.
You better answer this question or I'm not taking you.
911.
Leave me a tip, please.
It's like, this Nissan Altima goes fast.
They're like, wait, why is this car taking me to T-Mobile Park?
Oh my god. Okay, well, yeah, the Yankees gave news to their catcher JC Escara, something like that. That he's gonna
Someone's coming for you for sure.
Oh. Escara. I don't know. Is his family gonna come for me? Love you.
Escargot.
It's not that. He made the starting opening day roster, and he was like literally Uber driving and substitute teaching.
Okay, yeah, I saw that.
That's so cute.
So were we like,
No, apparently
playing
he's been in
baseball
the
our
minors like for years
life?
and just was like contemplating like if he should just give it up type of thing, and then he's just like had a like breakout spring
this
training.
is like that kicker that was with Detroit.
Yeah, he just had like
Whatever
a
Bates.
breakout like spring training. I don't know. Maybe he got a new psychologist and like shit's just been working.
So you're telling me that I should drive Uber and get a psychologist?
Yes. No,
And
I mean, we
might,
should get a psychologist probably.
I won't be talking on ESPN. I will be playing
No, literally.
on ESPN.
On the flip side of successful teams, like the power rankings, they don't really go down super far.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought we would be like super down here, but we're not. We're like middle.
I saw a different one that wasn't, I don't know what.
Yeah, I
this
said
one
this
is-
is from E ESPN.
Are you sure this isn't a Twitter parody account?
God.
I
People
saw,
think
I
we're
did
dumb enough to read off of parody accounts.
I did
It's, like,
see
insane.
another one, and it had Mariners at 8. That was probably a
Okay,
parody
yeah.
account.
No, there's a
I'm kidding.
bunch, and then there's like DraftKings. There's like that's why like
Bleacher
the numbers not that
Report,
serious
yeah.
because it's also baseball. But like
Exactly.
they're all probably universal in having the White Sox dead last.
Again.
Oh.
Oh, wait, they're pitchers. They're all in the hospital, in the surgical room.
They're on the surgical wing.
They're all on the surgery table
That-
as we speak.
That doctor's making his money.
What's going on?
They were for sure picked to be the worst, but they have had 6 pitchers that need Tommy John surgery since the start of spring training. So in the matter of 1 month.
I have so many things to unpack.
Is that like a team that could possibly be like sold?
Well, I think that they should be the ones moving to Portland.
Yeah. Like I'm kind of like, I mean, there's the Cubs.
Well, that's the thing. Like this, we've said this so many times. Like, does a city really need 2 teams?
No.
If one is that abysmal,
No, like literally.
you know what I
No,
mean?
I saw,
If they're both like really
Whoever-
great, like fine.
whoever
But
these
like,
writers are were like on heads because they're like, no, they're for sure last. I was like, oh.
try arguing that one.
No, I was like, oh.
So
okay.
who are their pitchers?
I have no idea.
There's
No.
my shot.
Probably anyone off the street. They're having open tryouts. Anyways, check out the games this weekend in Seattle. The Mariners will have 3 games against the A's.
Opening weekend, baby.
Not a great team to play, but, you know.
Hopefully we start the year off
strong. We're playing the A's. The Las Vegas A's, the Sacramento A's. I don't know where the hell they are.
Where the
San
hell
Francisco
the
A's.
ABCs
Where are they
are, I don't
playing?
know.
Oakland. I don't know. Where the hell are they playing?
Sacramento.
Okay. You're right.
I also did see that their ticket prices are like very expensive.
Well, it's in Sacramento, yeah, because Sacramento's like, oh, we're going to host you this season?
Yeah.
See ya. Yeah.
Which spending,
I'm going to make my money.
I didn't fact check this, all right, but I did see something about like 100 and something for like the average price to go to like a A's game.
Well, is there also like the thought that they're not going to be there anymore? It's like going to an Oakland Raiders game for the last time.
Yeah, but there's like 160 games.
Yeah, like 80 home games, so.
No part of me is spending more than I would at a baseball game than I would at a football game.
No.
I'll tell you that.
Okay, let's get into a little March Madness because that's just obviously been the talk of the month.
Because it is March, and
my
we
brackets
are mad.
My brackets aren't that hot.
Oh, they're cooked.
Yeah, it's fine.
Mine were cooked the first day.
Okay, well let's get into the main topic because it's like you can all look at a bracket. Like you know who's in it. The top teams. But why your bracket is probably cooked is because like we're all used to like, you know, like
upsets, some Cinderellas.
Some
for sake.
Cinderellas.
That's why it's fun.
Okay, so yeah, now doing brackets isn't fun because you might as well just do every top ranked team.
Yes.
Yeah, like I switched some shit up. I mean, I had
Yeah.
McNeese winning
Yeah, that was fun.
and Drake.
I almost had. I was
felt like
gonna
that was
do that,
fun.
and then I did the one like right above it, and I was so pissed about it because I was like debating like picking an upset, you know, and I was like,
Okay, well,
so pissed.
in all seriousness, this is a big conversation in just after we're now to the Sweet 16, so after the first 2 rounds of the March Madness. And it's the first time in like 3 years that there's no Cinderella team in the Sweet 16.
Boo! Tomatoes, tomatoes.
Yeah, but we know why.
Because the SEC is fucking annoying.
Yeah, because NIL is ruining college sports.
The fact that it's made its way even to basketball and like March Madness, like.
Yeah, because so the SEC specifically, they kind of got into the NIL like stuff faster than even other conferences.
Yeah.
But aside from just being the SEC, it's just the power schools that are able to afford players that will have these teams made up of all the stars.
Which is like such a like an unfortunate thing, I think, for the NCAA.
It is.
Like,
It's horrible.
basketball.
Yeah.
Because that's what's so fun about basketball, and like there's so many like smaller colleges
Yes.
where they have had notoriously great
Yep.
basketball programs. And I'm sorry, but that's what makes it like my favorite part about March Madness is looking at the bracket and being like, where the F is McNeese?
Yeah,
Where
no.
the hell is
No, literally.
who knows what? Like where are all these random ass colleges? And
Yep.
then it's like, and then they pull up the upset. It's like, I don't want to see Florida and Tennessee and,
Duke
Texas
and
it's just
Kentucky
the
and
same. Like, no,
Yeah.
you're already doing that football. Now they're doing it with basketball.
Well, it's going to be like that. And this is like, yeah, so we're watching our first March Madness with like real NIL deals. Like conferences are in it. It's
Yeah.
just like what we're seeing in football. 14 SEC teams made the selection. And
Which was
there's
a record, right?
seven, I think, in the Sweet
Yeah.
16, which is a record.
Yeah.
It's insane. One ACC team, they could probably win it all. But anyways, to your point, I saw this story of this coach saying, like, I knew, like, NIL was ruined this officially when he coaches, like, Oakland or something, Oakland College. And his star on the team was, like, grew up there. Like, his mom and his dad both played at Oakland. Like, always said he wanted to go to Oakland and, like, went there and is, like, killer. Like, the star of the team, whatever. He entered the portal just to, like, see because there's no repercussions for entering the portal.
Right.
And he's offered deals making 20 times what Oakland can pay him.
And it's like,
And then the coach is like, what do I do? Like, obviously, like, wish him the best. And, like, it sucks, but, like,
and I'm
that's why
sure if
these
you're-
smaller schools will never. And then, yeah, if you're his family, it's like a double-edged sword. It's
It's like you're born and raised in Oakland. I'm sure if you have the opportunity, like,
that money will
obvious-
change his family's
exactly.
life.
take it. Like, don't be dumb. But then that's also, like, that sucks. You want to be loyal to, like, your city and the college where your family went. But then it's like, why you can't turn down that money.
It's so sad.
But then it's like,
so that's just going to happen on a bigger scale. Also, big issue is that the transfer portal opened on Monday this week, which is in the middle of March Madness.
it's just like football, like how they do that during
What are we doing?
playoffs.
And about a little over 1,000 or 1,200 men's basketball players had entered the portal by Tuesday.
How many?
Like 1,100, like over 1,000. But basically 1,000 in one day, including someone that's still in the tournament.
Okay, yeah, so that's insane to me. That is insane to me. Finish your job before you
But
get
like,
a new
are
one.
you too late? Is that like the case? So Justin Pippen, the youngest son of Scottie Pippen and Larsa. I'm just kidding. Is Larsa that mom?
Bro,
or his
by the
mom?
way, have you seen old photos of her compared to what she looks like
Yes.
now? That needs to be studied.
Yes.
That's, I know what money can do, and I know
Oh, she's a
procedures.
different
I understand.
person.
But I stared at a photo today, literally being like, find the 12 differences. And I think I found 64.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, their youngest son entered the portal the day it opened, but he's currently playing for Michigan, who is still in the tournament.
Yeah, they sure are.
Apparently he like doesn't really play. But again,
just
does that
weird.
matter? So the portal's open until like April 22nd, I think. So I don't know. Like I don't know if it's like first come first serve.
Yeah.
So it's like even if you're in the like Sweet 16, you have to be like.
Yeah.
But another player on Vanderbilt entered the portal like 13 minutes after they got kicked out of the tournament.
Okay, that was kind of funny, but like also,
Like for coaches, it's like, what do you do?
I mean, that's the shitty part. What do you do?
That's why college coaches are retiring, because there's
Yeah.
no incentive. Like, what am I supposed to coach for? We make it to the Final Four, and I have
And then what?
7 guys. Who was that last year that went on like the run, and then their coach retired? I think we briefly talked about it. Might have been, crap, I'm not gonna be able to remember. But that coach, they made it to like the Final Four last year, and then he said immediately after, it was like 7 players requested,
Yeah.
you know, to enter the portal, and he's like, what are we,
Yeah.
like, what are
It's
we,
so shitty because it's
what am I coaching for?
exactly. And that's why like it was such a big deal when like UConn won back to back.
Yeah.
But it's like we're probably never gonna see that ever again
No,
because
and they're nowhere to be found.
yeah, no one sits their asses on their team
No.
and builds like
I'm all for, like, pay them. We've talked about this a million
Yeah.
times, but, like, okay, maybe a contract.
yes.
We're signing a contract.
Yes.
Because you're making professional athlete money at this point.
Exactly.
And if you're getting paid, even in college, you are considered a professional athlete at this point.
Yeah, totally.
It's
I mean,
your,
that's your goal.
profession.
Yeah.
It's your profession. You're making money off of it. So
Exactly.
It's your profession. So we're going to sign a contract.
Yeah. Great practice for when if
Yeah.
you do make it too.
And you're going to be on this team for 2 years
league.
minimum.
Yeah. I agree. I think coaches should have to do that as well.
Yeah.
And I just like I don't know, it's just so like irritating because it's like even like what Tom Brady said, it's like there's no culture anymore. Mm-hmm. You can't. But how can you even build a culture if everyone's just dipping out after?
We're seeing it in every
8
sport, and
months.
it's just going to get worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
We have to talk about the McNeese manager,
Which one was that?
Amir.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
That's why I picked McNeese, honestly, because like his name is literally aura,
Yeah.
like a vibe.
Didn't he like get like an NIL deal?
Yeah,
or
he's
something?
the only one on McNeese with an NIL deal, and he's the manager.
Where the fuck is McNeese?
He has 12, I think, NIL deals, but it's like totaling over $100,000, so they're probably smaller. But there's like Buffalo Wild Wings, like TurboTax. Under Armour made him a custom suit for that last game. He's entering the transfer portal. I'm not joking.
No, I know.
Yeah, I'm not joking. He's gonna transfer with the head coach. You know how like usually players move with the
Dude,
head
you're like a
coach?
professional hype man.
No, he is. But what's crazy is I like was kind of reading into him, and he graduates this year. Like he's a student, obviously, 'cause he's a student manager.
Yeah.
But his degree's in sports management.
Oh,
and
he's gonna go off to do some.
He's
crazy
gonna
shit.
go with the coach to like NC State, I think. I don't know if that's like official. But then he's gonna become like a grad student, obviously, because you have to have like
You have.
you gotta be
a student.
employed, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and be like a grad assistant or something. But
What a fun job.
dude, he's
Now
fire.
that's something that I can get into.
I'm so pissed that we didn't go to those games in Seattle.
No, me too.
Yeah.
I for some reason was thinking that it was this coming weekend. Like I thought the 20s of March were this coming
Yeah, I
weekend.
know. Well, they should be because March. Where did March go?
On to April. Here we go.
But I will say the Seattle hosts a lot, which we are very thankful for. But the common complaint about us hosting is how expensive it is. That's why it's not sold out.
Yeah.
I had a coworker go and spend over $100 on tickets, and he was in like the upper deck.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
like
college
notoriously. I
basketball.
talk to my sister-in-law about this all the time because they'd go like all days, and it's like too expensive for them to go.
It's college basketball at the end of the day.
Well, this is the March Madness, baby.
That's like. That's why I didn't go.
Yeah, that's the same. Fuck the patriarchy.
Because I'm broke.
Duke and Florida are the two favorites to win it all as of now. But again, if you're looking at the brackets, it's all your top ranked.
Well, I got Duke and Florida and the last two.
Well, that works. Good for you.
So my bracket's not entirely cooked.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yet.
who I've picked to win are still in it. So, you know.
Who'd you pick to win?
Houston and Tennessee.
Oh.
Tennessee and our league. Houston at work.
Tennessee. That's a curveball.
Yeah. But, like, I get bored of, like, we're in
No,
that
same.
league. Ari and I are in a league together, and I literally see
Duke.
Duke. I'm like, that's boring. Okay, so if I pick Duke with...
That's why I picked a hella upsets.
Yeah, but if I pick Duke with everyone else, like, I'm just bored.
Well, I know, but that's why, like, I'm like serious about the Final Four
No, I get why you did it.
and picking Duke.
Don't get me
but,
wrong.
like, that's why, like, I got F the first round because there's usually plenty of upsets in
Yeah.
the first round.
Yeah. No, I get why you did it. Trust me. But I'm just saying for the, like, the plot.
No, I know.
Tennessee. They're still in it, so I'm like, I'm not that bad. On the women's side, also just reached the Sweet 16. Honestly, we're seeing the same thing. Everyone in the Sweet 16 is in top 5 rankings, so no Cinderella stories in women's as well. But one big bummer.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Juju.
Watkins tore her ACL in their last game against Mississippi State.
Yes, they did go on to win, so they are advancing, but
She's out.
She is out.
Now it pisses me off because she was like sitting next to Jaden Daniels at the
His
last
mom?
game, and like all the internet like blew up over that. Though I think that's just his mom's face. I don't really think that was like anything.
But why did she come and sit in the middle of
And
that?
yeah, I don't know, but then I'm like the internet was like coming for her over that, and like then
They
she tore her
were?
ACL the next day. Yeah, like, oh, his mom's not gonna let her ruin his career.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I think she's like got her own career.
Well, I know I saw a lot of comments too that were like, yo, mom, chill. Like this one actually is cool. This one would actually make sense. 'cause
No,
she's got her own
like,
shit.
she's got a career.
She's not coming for his shit.
Yeah.
She has her own.
Yeah.
So, approve this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's kind of weird because that was
go.
like bad karma the night before, and then like the
Dude,
next
yeah.
day she tears her ACL on a controversial also play, in my opinion,
Very.
against a Mississippi State team that wasn't gonna win that game.
Very.
Don't even let me get into, because we've neglected to talk about this for 2 weeks, but that track girl that whapped the other girl with the baton. Did you not see that?
No.
Oh my God, we got to talk about this off air. There's been like rallies for her and stuff because she's like charged with assault. But she's like crying and saying like it was not on purpose, and then she has like all these people in her community that are
Aren't
like,
we just passing off the baton?
oh no, it's like they're racing and the girl passes her and she fucking accidentally hits her with it.
Oh, like someone she was competing against.
Mm-hmm.
Flinging a baton.
Well, they're like running around the track and hits her with it, and she's like charged with assault. It was so bad. But then she's like crying, saying it was an accident. And, like, her whole community is, like, behind her being, like, justice. Like, it was on accident, you know? It didn't look like it was on accident.
Okay, I gotta take a peek. So yeah,
No, let me-
I'll be the
Anyways,
judge of that.
Anyways, side note, but I was like, that was a big story we forgot to talk about. Women in sports. Um,
We ain't no little bitches.
so keep up with Women's March Madness. Again, it's all your like favorites.
Who do you got winning that?
I don't know.
I want UConn.
I was gonna say UConn over South Carolina. I
like
did
Paige
think
Bueckers.
that Haley Van Lith was cool. She kind of annoyed me in years past, but she popped off against her old team. She's on
We always
TCU
love
now and played Louisville.
Yeah.
And she like went off and they beat them, and that was kind of like a little upset for them, I guess.
love
but
that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And she has said like she struggled with like mental health so much over the last few years, and I feel like it's because she like blew up.
I was gonna say, well, when you're in the spotlight,
And
all of
she
a
went and
sudden,
played like in that USA like 3-on-3 and
Uh-huh.
like wasn't doing good at the Olympics, and
Yeah.
like people were on her head. And so it's kind of cool to see her like
No, I like that.
doing the thing. But yeah,
I think
watch
I got UConn for girls.
Okay.
I want Paige Bueckers
I'm into that.
to win.
I will say, maybe we'll recap the tournament, but there's a lot less news coverage than there was last year.
Well, did you see how many games the Indiana Fever have next year televised? More than the Lakers.
So it
The
was.
Indiana-
So it was Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark effect is real.
Also,
I fear it is real.
Caitlin Clark did a post for Juju and like about her being.
Yeah.
Why'd she call her kid though?
I'm not entirely sure.
'Cause,
What
like-
are we, a year difference?
I was like, wait, it's like really respectful, but also like, she's like, kid, you'll come back like better than ever. I'm like, kid.
No, we're same age
How about
bracket.
sis?
Yeah. Kid was like,
I was
Huh?
like, oh, huh.
you still kind of a rookie.
I was like, I don't know about that.
Cool it.
Can we give a quick NBA update?
We absolutely can. Do you
Yeah.
see my shirt?
Yeah, no,
The National Basketball Association.
which is insane that she's wearing that and I'm wearing this because
unplanned. Unplanned.
the league, our team specifically, which our team specifically wants
This
to
is
also.
Seattle's team. What do you mean?
No, like, why?
Why are the Suns playing good right now?
Really well.
Because Bradley Beal isn't playing, and because it's towards the end of the season where we
Okay.
might possibly have no chance.
Well,
This is
If-
when we thrive,
if
baby.
the playoffs started today, they are in the play-in tournament.
Well, can we make that happen?
Yeah. So we should probably just end the season. But they're in at the 10 seed, so like literally the last seed.
Just by the hair on our chinny chin.
Yeah,
chin.
but I'm like, if there's a few more games and we keep this, I mean, the
Well,
Suns are beating like the Milwaukee Bucks.
We just beat the Bucks. We just beat the Cavs. Cavs are on a horrible losing streak right
and
now.
Cavs are still ranked number 1. The Bucks are still ranked number 5. So I'm like,
No, I know.
what are we doing?
I know. There's potential.
Uh huh.
Boston Celtics. The East is kind of like we had a pretty like
Shaking
sure
up a bit.
kind of order of things, but it could potentially get a little shaken up.
Yeah, I love that.
Cavs, I mean, they already are in the first spot, but they are in a questionable losing streak right now. The Celtics Jason Tatum just hurt his ankle bad.
Yeah.
So he's probably out for a bit.
Steph Curry's been out with a pelvic contusion. You see that thing? He fell right down there.
Dude, yeah. Also,
And he's got no cushion back there. He's
No,
got no
no.
cushion.
speaking of Steph Curry, did you see that shot that he made from the tunnel?
Yeah. I'm
Insane.
Should he be a quarterback?
No,
He's giving
Hello?
he gives me Bryce Young vibes.
totally. Well, he's taller, which is funny.
Yeah.
Like, I literally saw that and was like, nah, this is AI. That's got to be
No,
AI.
he's insane.
And then this is the shit that grinds my gears on with like sports analytics and stuff. They were talking about this the other day on, I don't know, NBA Today
Yeah.
or First Take, whatever.
Yeah.
And they were asking him like, is that more impressive and I forget what the
Oh, God.
counterpart was. And I don't even remember who it was because I was so pissed off so much. I just left the room. I had to take a walk. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But he was like, I didn't find it that impressive. And I'm like, at this point, you're just a hater.
You know, that's hater
You were
because
a grade A hater because he is on the other side of the court,
No, that's
in the
insane.
tunnel, opposite side, slings the basketball, has a nice little curve to it, which, what?
Yeah.
It's not a baseball.
Because imagine if that missed,
And gets it in.
it would absolutely take someone out.
No, literally. And I'm like,
And
that's not
two-
impressive?
Though that's 100% impressive because I would also pay to see that in the All-Star game instead of the skills challenge.
How far can Steph Curry make a shot?
I want him up in the 300 levels.
Yes.
Like, instead of watching Chris Paul freaking pass a ball through a hula hoop. Like, I'm over it.
No, yeah.
That's hater material. Also,
So
the
hater material.
Mavs are haters. But
And
the
on
Mavs,
this week's episode of
no, on this week's
Dallas Mavs.
yeah, obviously, I don't know what
Dallas
they're
Bads.
trying to prove, but they're clearly like out of contention, like about to forfeit games as we've talked about. But then they just made Anthony Davis come back and play from the G League and like play.
I mean,
Which
they
I'm like-
probably have to.
I'm like 4. Yeah, I'm like make him play. I mean, like Stephen A was like shocked, but I'm like, does anything the Dallas Mavericks do shock anyone at
yeah,
this
no,
point?
no. After everything that we've watched the last 2 months,
Uh-huh.
like we cannot be shocked anything that comes out of that
No.
that team right now.
And why did I see like, can we agree that the Lakers won the trade? And I said, wait, that's a question?
No, I saw a thing today where it was like, is it too soon to say the Lakers won? I
No.
go, too soon. We already decided this a month and a half ago.
No, that's insane.
What do you mean? I do wish, like, I'm really bummed that AD, Kyrie, and Klay Thompson like didn't have a
Yeah, I
chance
know.
because that would have been like that's still a good team.
Yeah. And it
If they didn't have
be a
all those
contender.
injuries, like I really wish we could have seen how the trade like actually could have looked.
Yeah.
But they just got absolutely dismantled by injuries and shit. So I'd say the Lakers won.
Yeah. The Lakers won.
Also, I'm a little skeptical. The Los Angeles Lakers
Mm-hmm.
have been toying with the idea, or it's been rumoring
Mm-hmm.
about them potentially bringing Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
LeBron, Luka, and Kyrie, be so fucking for real.
Yeah.
But the NBA just raised their salary cap by
Mm-hmm.
10% for the next season.
Okay.
And I don't know.
Oh, so it's confirmed that LeBron is not ever gonna stop.
No, and I think that like that's a way to pull strings to get like Kyrie or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a little skeptical.
I mean, Bronny's starting to put up some points.
oh yeah. You're right.
gonna
They don't
get-
need Kyrie.
No, I'm
They
gonna
got
give him
Bronny.
some flowers. He scored like 37 in G League and like had like a 20-point game in the.
You know what? I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall at that dinner conversation
Mm-hmm.
after that Stephen A. Smith drama.
Yeah, no, me too.
Listen, son,
Listen.
I can't keep harassing Stephen
No,
A.
trust
Smith
me,
on the
I wanna
sidelines.
know-
I need you to start
I
putting up
hated
points.
doing that.
I need you to start putting up points.
Okay, well, see you guys this weekend at Mariners opening day. Well, no, not literally opening day. We won't be there, but opening weekend. And keep up to date with March Madness. And see you next month, April 24th, at Dino's for NFL draft party.
Yes, stay up to date. We'll obviously give more information as the time gets
Mm-hmm.
closer, but just wanted to, pencil that
Yeah,
in
pencil it in
because
because
everyone seems to be busy.
booked and busy.
Crazy.
Merch is also linked in our bio. Get your
Yes,
merch.
get some merch.
We had our first
Thank
fan
you.
wearing one this weekend. It was so
Thanks-
cute.
Thanks,
That was
babe.
so cute.
Thank you to everyone who has bought merch.
Yeah.
I can see the shipping.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun time.
And if you piss me off, I'm gonna withhold it.
And maybe we'll do some like Mariner special merch for the season.
Yeah, we gotta get some baseball. We've had some requests for some bucket hats as well.
Oh, okay, that would be
We're
fun.
Fun girlies.
It's so fun. We can even do like a Kelly Green one. You could wear it to Mariners game.
We most definitely could.
Fire.
There's a lot of shit we can do.
Yeah,
Just
a
let me
lot.
cook.
Okay, let her cook.
Let me cook.
Love you guys. XOXO.
XOXO.
Shakers.